Hello and welcome to League of Legends. So, I am on a custom map here with my favorite jungler, Trundle. When I play jungle, I play Trundle like 99% of the time. Because, in all honesty, all truth being that even though there are a lot of better junglers, I would say, like better and better in one way or another, being better, but a lot of League of Legends games, matches are still played way below the point where you must use the currently overpowered stuff to actually win your games. So you can just as well play something which is not necessarily most overpowered at the moment. So I like playing Trundle. I enjoy playing him, and he's not likely to get nerfed anytime soon, so I can still keep playing him and such, without having to worry about being nerfed or whatever. Anyways, skill-wise, I start with Rapid Bite always. It's probably a stable for everyone, but if you plan to do a very early gank, as a, let's say, level 2 gank, such as that if you are a red side, do Brave's red buff and then head up here to gank top lane at level 2, then you might want to consider taking Pillar of Filth, as in his E, to help with the level 2 gank. Otherwise, might just as well go ahead and deal with the, you know, go W for Contaminate, otherwise at level 2, and then take Pillar of Filth at level 3 or level 4 depending when you plan to gank, because you want the Pillar of Filth for ganking. Also, as you can see, I'm taking bloody lot of damage from this jungling, and there is a reason for that which will become apparent in a short bit when I tell you. That is the fact that I have no runes or masteries at all currently, and the reasoning behind that is to show that Trundle is a capable jungler starting from level 1. As you can see, I cleared jungle for everything but red buff. Had I had a leash or a pull for blue buff, I could clear red buff as well. With runes and masteries you can do a full clear without a hitch. But without those, might have to go back before. Also, the other reason I am doing this without runes and masteries is because I want to show off a certain something which a Trundle can do, and which I will show off in almost a moment. But let's quickly talk about Trundle's skill set and why do what. Contaminate, really good, gives you attack speed, movement speed, crowd control reduction. Rapid Bite steals attack damage, deals actual damage, very short cooldown, very low mana cost, you don't really need blue buff for anything, can freely donate that away. Pretty low mana costs on actually all of his abilities, so that's always a bonus. And Pillar of Filth, really nice ability, generates a nice piece of terrain. Terrain being that you cannot walk through it, same way as with Anivios Wall. Use this to the best of its ability, in the fact that you can lock people away from their team or whatever, split teams apart, fight in confined spaces like jungle if possible, and you can drop your pillar and run away. Makes Trundle a really safe jungler rather early on, because you can just drop the pillar and run. I mean, it works fine. Also, let's move on to what I am here to show actually, shall we? Okay, so it's 9 minutes or so. Have Wriggle's Lantern. Let's talk about the couple abilities more. Agony deals damage, kinda short cooldown, 80-second cooldown, and drain armor and magic resistance. As you can see. Makes it really good for beating tanks. The main thing to note here is that when I walked over here it was a bit over 9 minutes, which is really slow, but that's because I have no runes and masteries like I said. I have Wriggle's Lantern though. I just farmed jungle, but whether you get your Wriggle's Lantern by farming jungle or by ganking, I personally advocate ganking because it's fun and so forth. And also, the fact is, as soon as you get your Agony and you have your Smite available and you have Wriggle's Lantern, you can consistently kill this guy. Even before 10 minutes. Even before 10 minutes, like I said. So, let's do that, shall we? Let's kill this guy. I'm gonna burn the 1 health pot I had randomly left over. And as I said before, remember this is with no runes, no masteries. And... Whoops, might wait early. There you have it. Every time with a Trundle, as soon as you get your ultimate or Agony, whichever you wanna call it, and Wriggle's Lantern, you can kill dragon. With runes and masteries you can actually kill dragon without having fully built up Wriggle's Lantern and Agony. Or if you have Wriggle's Lantern somehow built up and you are not even level 6 yet, you can still solo dragon. I've done it at level 5 with Wriggles. Somehow I got lucky, got enough gold to hit level 5, but wasn't able to get level 6 and saw the possibility of going to get dragon. When you do it safely, you can do this in low level games, you can do this in high level games, as long as you know where enemy jungler is or that no one can come and whack you while you are doing dragon, you can just walk over there, solo dragon, be done with it. Trundle is fun to play. Another thing to note about Trundle's abilities, this is a couple simple tips at the end. Decompose, which heals him for 3% of their maximum health when something dies around Trundle. This is pretty good ability now with everyone, like absolutely everyone, stacking health. It actually buffed this passive, because when the enemy tank dies he has more health than he did previously. Pretty much these days, because everyone stacks more health for some way or another. So things, when they die, Trundle gets healed more. And Trundle being really good at killing tanks with both Rapid Bite and Agony, he gets to heal himself more with that. Another little tidbit for a last final tip for Trundle play is Pillar of Filth, because Pillar of Filth, it's a physical object, so when you cast it underneath someone like this, they get displaced, as you saw there. That means that it is a crowd control which you can use to stop stationary channels such as Katarina's ultimate, as an example. Don't let anyone tell you that Trundle cannot CC. He can CC pretty well. He just cannot stun, but the slow field around this and the fact that you cannot walk through it is pretty damn good when you learn to use it properly. And the displacement is very good. You can split one person out of his team easily in choke points, like this for example, where you might be able to might be fighting against a dragon or trying to do the whole dragon or baron dance. Slamming your pillar around here and splitting a team is a really good way of catching someone. And as mentioned, you can use it to drop away the Katarina ultimate, which can be really helpful. But I think that is enough for the Trundle. Give him a try and enjoy your jungling experience. Just, you know, don't do this without runes and masteries if you can avoid it. Like, obviously, use them if you have access to them. It doesn't matter if you have perfect runes, perfect masteries, those things, they are, I would say, situational. what masteries, what runes you should be running. Play around with them, find out what works for you, because I don't use a setup which is in some random guide on a web. I used him enough, I played around with them choices enough to find out what works for me. So, enough selling, marketing Trundle out, because it's fun, he's fun. Go and test him out, even in low level games. And do some solo dragon just for this video's sake, you know, because soloing a dragon when no one is looking, especially in some sort of a lobby game, can be game changing, can be really fun. Thank you very much for watching.